Esfrost and Glenbrook signed an agreement denouncing Hyzant.
Word only just arrived, and it is no mere rumor. They've issued a formal proclamation.
Preposterous! Gustadolf must have forced Cordelia's hand. This is sure to make Hyzant cease salt shipments to the consortium. All this denouncement will do is hamstring Esfrost and Glenbrook both.
My brother, Gustadolf does not fight battles he cannot win. I'm certain this is part of some greater ploy.
It always is.
I feel all of Norzelia stands on the precipice, but of what I cannot say.
Each nation is making its move. We too must take action to secure our position before it's too late.
By which you mean expelling the Roselle?
To protect the Wolfort domain and its people, no one would dare hold such actions against you. Lord Serenoa, you must make a decision.
I saw what it is truly like at the source. The Rosellan are forced into back-breaking labor. No decent man would condemn another to such a fate.
I agree.
But if we refuse the Hierophant, we will face the same dire consequences as House End. Should that happen, the Roselle would still be lost, would they not?
Then you think it is right to sacrifice the Roselle to save Wolfort?
No one is saying it is right, but a decision must be made. We must prioritize our own survival. That much should be clear. And survive we shall, if we can secure Hyzant's aid. Unless you know of another way.
Serenoa, I beseech you, not as one with Roselle blood in her veins, but as a person, as a Wolfort. You cannot give up the Roselle to Hyzant.
I appreciate each of your arguments, but we cannot debate this forever. It is time to decide. Once more to the scales of conviction.
Yeah, I'm not giving them up if I can help it. Need Hyzant's support if we are to reclaim Glenbrook. Comes at a price. One, the Roselle under our protection. Let's pay. Okay. Let's go out, see if there's... Oh. No information or anything? Okay, that's... Alrighty then. Okay, I guess we just talked to everyone that... Well, not everyone, but... I want to defend them, so we're gonna talk to Anna, Benedict, and Gila then.
Lord Serenoa.
Swilfer has overcome countless hardships to get where we are now. If we refuse to relinquish the Roselle, we will meet the same fate as House End. Our first priority must be our own survival. If we do not survive, we can do nothing for the Roselle. Yeah, we need to convince her. You believe you must protect the Roselle. Why? What do you mean, why? I don't need a reason. I would need a reason to give them over more than anything. People would never forgive us for doing something so heartless. Without their support, we would be easy prey to the holy state. Hyzant can no longer trade with Esfrost and Glenbrook. As their only remaining partner, we have grounds for negotiation. Even if I was named a saint, we are still unbelievers. As such, I doubt they would grant me such power. That's true. They are a very, very strict theocracy, it seems. So, this seems to be more of a, like, them trying to get more territory, you know?
Even so...
We need Hyzant's support, even if only in name. That would undoubtedly be a powerful deterrent against the duchy. If we refuse, we will be on our own. We would have no chance of surviving against the other nations.
If so,
Do you have any doubts about the Holy Statement? Do you harbor any doubts? Holy State acts in accordance with the Hierophant's wishes. Fear and giving in to one request will only be the beginning of many more. It's not the Holy State, but the Hierophant that I fear. Their orders are cold and callous, as if they have no heart. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Hierophant is even real. I'm gonna be honest. In fact, I'm kind of leaning toward that. Wish to have the Roselle back so badly they would... Sorry. They wish to have the Roselle back so badly they would use us to that end. Cannot help but wonder why. Yeah, I mean, I know why. Because... obviously. But... yeah, I'm not sure the Hierophant is real. And if they are real, they aren't very nice. Fear is not unfounded, very little is known, and even less seen of the Hierophant.
no.
But even still, the Holy wants us to top the Holy State. We must accept that if we want Hyzan's protection.
I must hear what the others think.
Understand your concerns, my lord. I have my own doubts, truth be told. Okay, Benedict?
We must decide.
If we defy the Holy One, everything we have done until this very moment will have been for naught. House Wolfort needs Hyzan's support if it is to thrive. Pains me to say it, the situation leaves us no choice but to surrender the Roselle. I don't think so. Thought you might be opposed. Should like to hear your thoughts if you are open to sharing them. Roselle are citizens of Wolfort, and there's no future for a house that abandons its people. We need all the soldiers we can get. We have protected the Roselle for decades now, and I'm certain they would join our ranks as they would join our fight as thanks. This one seems more morality-based, but this one seems more pragmatic, you know? There's no future for a house that abandons people.
Ah.
Feelings for your people are praiseworthy and every bit fitting of your station. But the situation that surrounds us cares little for feelings, and it is also your duty as a lord to approach it rationally. Here's as our views are at an impasse. Allow me to thank you once more for... Allow me to ask you for one more thing, my lord. Political climate took an unexpected turn once Estros cut ties with Hyzan.
Certainly not.
How do you believe House Wolfort should conduct itself going forward? Could we not use continued trade with the Wolfort domain as a means to negotiate for the Roselle's safety? Conflict with Estros is unavoidable. The Holy State will need our might if they are to stand a chance against them. Use that leverage to reach a compromise. Both of these are good options. Well, actually, now that I think about it, this one isn't that great because... assuming in the event that we do give up the Roselle, we're probably going... like, the trade between Glenbrook and Hyzan is a given at that point. So this one's probably the better option. Let's see, so you use our might as a bargaining chip to secure the Roselle's safety.
However...
But I must remind you that in Hyzan, the goddess is absolute, as is the word of the Hierophant. Cannot be certain if this matter is even up for debate.
I am decided.
In any case, the tensions between the two nations are rising and fast. We must be prudent in our actions. Okay, that was not great, but it seemed like it might work. Sheila?
What do you need?
The Roselle in that village are those who fled Hyzan and their descendants. Holy State asks for their people to be returned. We have little room to argue. If we refuse, we'll be branded as heretics. I mean, they probably don't think too highly of us already, considering that we don't believe in their god. bending the knee would earn you the title of Saint, Lord Serenal. I think it is in our best interest to obey for now. I disagree. So you choose to protect the Roselle. Might I ask why? If we accept the goddess's teachings, there's a chance we put even Frederica in danger. That's what I've kind of been worried about every time we go to Hyzant. They don't like Rosellans. I have seen the harsh reality of the source myself. I could not subject my people to such a cruel treatment. She'll probably respond to this one, considering, you know?
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Lord Serenal. It heartens me to know you cared for her so. Must admit, I'm worried about that myself. But the Hierophant is trying to bring House Wolfort to their side. Don't they treat your betrothed so callously? I'm not sure. I don't think that's true.
I require some time to think.
Do we focus on what we stand to gain, or the weight of what we might lose? The answer is not a simple one. I don't think I'm doing this very well. I hope Huet's leaning towards defend the Roselle. The Roselle are people of the Wolfort domain, but if we defy the Hierophant, we'll face the same fate as House End. I'm at a loss. Okay, so she's leaning towards protecting them, which is good. So you think we should protect the Roselle? Perhaps we could get the Holy State to compromise, to promise not to attack the Rosellan village, as my father once did. The Holy State needs our power. If they are to fight the Duchy, we can use that to our advantage in negotiations. This is our first bargain with the Hierophant. It may play to our advantage to deny their request to this once. I don't see the logic in this last one, really. I mean, I get it a little bit. A little bit. But I don't think I want to pick that one. I said this to Benedict and it didn't really work out, I think, but I think Huet will resonate with it a bit more.
Truly?
Must admit, I was also caught off guard by the Archduke's decree. Could be a harbinger of war indeed. Harbinger. That's how you say it. If we are on the brink of battle, strength and expertise of House Wolfort would prove invaluable to the Holy State. Maybe it will leverage that to gain some sort of concession from them regarding the Roselle.
I don't know what to do.
Personally, I agree with you. I don't want to surrender the Roselle, but are there any other reasons you want to protect them? Must defend my people, even against a Hierophant called a Lord's Pride. I would hate to be the reason that people's faith in our house is shaken, especially after all my father has done to build up its repute. They're Frederica's people. I cannot simply look the other way. I also said something along these lines before, so I'll commit to that.
But
I understand how you feel. The name of House Wolfort is known across the land because of Lord Simon. I hate to do anything that would sully such a proud house. But shielding the Roselle from Hyzant may result in that house being crushed altogether.
I don't know what to do.
The more I think about this, the more my heart aches. I mean, she was leaning towards defending them, so I don't think anything I said would have convinced her otherwise. But I'm not sure. We'll see.
It is time to cast our votes.
I'm pretty sure I got what I wanted, but I don't know.
We face a difficult decision. Do we surrender the Roselle living in our domain to Hyzant, or do we defy their orders? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You make a convincing argument, my lord.
Let us try this path. Alright, that's nice. We did it.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Now follow the path of your convictions, my lord.
I cannot agree to this.
Cannot bring myself to agree with you. Ah, that's a shame. We did it though. We got 2 people on our
I
side.
have faith in you.
There's no other way for us. Okay, 3 people. So that means everybody but 1. One day we'll be unanimous.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Let's go.
The way forward is decided. The Roselle are our people. We must shelter them, even if it earns us Hyzant's ire. I suspected it would come to this. We have chosen our path, and now we must see it through. We will refuse to hand over the Roselle to Hyzant.
All right.
Serenoa and company move to protect the Rosellan settlement. Noble as it may be, such an act of defiance toward Hyzant risks inviting the destruction of House Wolffort itself.
We got this.
Hyzant will no doubt wish to ask questions of us. We can draw out the negotiations and buy some time.
Time enough to find a way to break them.
We have to inform the Roselle of the situation here.
I'll send an envoy and have them sheltered in Castle Wolffort.
Lord Serenoa, come at once. An army marches on the Rosellan village.
No, no.
You can't be serious.
Whose banner do they fly?
I can take a guess.
We know not.
And it matters not. We ride to their aid. Prepare for battle.
It'd actually be pretty interesting if it was, Estros. It's probably Hyzant, though. No. Oh, wait, it is.
Why? Why attack our village?
I saw Rufus and thought, Telior.
Hierophant's orders were to return you to Hyzant.
Ha! Over my dead body!
We got this. We beat Rufus once, we can do it again. What's the recommended level? 18. Is that... It's not terrible, but it's pretty bad. Actually, I only have a couple people even close to that. We're gonna need to level a bit. What's over here first, though?
Did Silvio accept our offer?
Indeed he did. One glimpse of the reward set him on his way to the Wolffort domain.
Then all is in order.
Care to wager how House Wolffort will respond?
Why bother? If they comply, we make use of them. If they resist, we crush them. Either way, we endure.
How ruthless of you.
Well, that didn't tell me much. Not anything that we didn't already know. Okay, I'm gonna do a mock battle or so, and then we'll fight.
Take aim!
Alright, so I just did a little bit. I have a couple people at 18 now, everyone else is at 17. So I think we'll be fine. I'm pretty confident, I think, unless it's gonna be really hard, like that one where we had to defend Glenbrook from Avalora, I think her name was. We'll see. Oh, I unlock character stories. Oh, Archibald. With Anna. Right! He did train you, didn't he? I remember.
Master Archibald, is there something on your mind?
Goddess be good. I must be getting on in years for you to be able to sneak up on me like that.
Well, it is kind of her thing.
What troubles you?
I was only reminiscing. Indie days like these tend to blow my mind back a couple of decades or more.
Reminiscing about what?
The Salt Iron War. Hard to believe it's been 30 whole years. Some days I almost forget my time as one of the Saintly Seven.
Excuse me, you were what?
I defended the Citadel of Sand through the conflict. I was there when Esfrost attacked.
I really wish that these main characters could give some input into the story sometimes. Like, if he was one of the Saintly Seven, surely he'd have some input on the decision we just made, right? That'd be nice. I mean, I get why, but I would like that.
A number of Rosellan prisoners who tried to escape the source were there too. Including Our Lady Frederica's dear mother.
What's this?
She stayed behind all by herself to help the countless numbers of her fellow Roselle flee. That's how she was captured. But I knew we couldn't hold the Citadel. So I helped her and her friends escape in secret before the enemy attacked. The wind blew just as hard that night as it's blowing now. I'll never forget watching the Roselle, caked all over in mud as they slipped away into the dark.
So you didn't want innocents to get caught up in the coming battle?
It never settled right with me. The way the goddess's teachings permitted abuse of the Roselle for the supposed sins of their past.
Supposed? It's not even confirmed if it actually happened? They just made it up? What?
A person's life isn't worth more or less just because of the conditions of their birth. More than anything, I was moved by the selfless acts of Lady Frederica's mother. She reminded me of what I had once aspired to be. She was able to do what I never could. Risk her life to save her friends. I couldn't let someone like that die. Not on my watch. It wasn't long until the other Saintly Seven discovered what I'd done. They branded me a traitor, stripped me of my title, and sentenced me to death. Of course, I slipped out of their clutches before they could have my head. I wandered for a while before taking up life as a merchant under the King of Glenbrook's patronage.
I never knew you and Lady Frederica's mother shared such a past.
Well, it is in the past. Anyway, let us return. This cold night wind is making my old bones ache something fierce.
I really like this Archibald guy. He's great. Alright, let's see what the actual story has, though.
Come quietly and you'll live. Keep struggling and I'll slaughter you right here. What'll it be?
I'll never submit to the likes of you.
Yeah, you tell them.
Cease your assault at once.
Lord Serenoa!
Well, well. Tell me, Serenoa, what do you hope to gain by protecting the Roselle?
What are you doing here?
How about you tell us what you're doing here, Silvio?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mind your manners, Iridor. I stand before you as an emissary of the Saintly Seven.
So Hyzant owns you. Is that it?
In so many words, yes. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have some Roselle to repatriate.
You'll do no such thing. House Wolford shall protect these people.
So, you admit your betrayal of Hyzant?
It's not really a betrayal, more of just denying a request. Or a demand, really.
Out of my sight, Rufus. Kill every last one if you must.
I wouldn't even spare them if you asked.
So what was up with that about the come quietly and you'll live then? Were you just lying?
Back, everyone. Allow me to stay and fight for our freedom.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very well, but keep your wits about you.
Okay then. Alright, who are we bringing? About as many as I expected. Okay. I think I'm good with this team. Yeah. All that matters is where we place them. Hewitt probably wants to be about here for the height advantage. Oh, we're actually fighting Silvio. There's this. Now his movements. Decrease an enemy's TP. Wow, okay. I don't care for that. Okay. Edge of Honor, that's a funny joke. So Rufus is here. Is it really only like these, like, dozen guys? Okay, sure. I mean, there's definitely reinforcements later, but until then, you know? Let's see. Let's move you here. You're going to be on the front lines, as are you. You don't really get an advantage based on height, so you're going to stay up there. Can't change where you are. Let's look at your stuff, though. Lateral jump. Okay, I don't know how jumping works, really, but we'll see. The higher the enemy is above you, the greater the damage. Okay. Attempt an enemy? What does that mean? I think the Lionel had something like that as well. Let's move you over here. Let's move you here. Probably want the healer to be over this way. Let's move Roland's over here. Can horses go down ladders? Let's hope so. Okay, that's probably fine. Let's save and be done.
You fail to understand the situation in which you find yourselves. Without our king, we are but dust, scattered to the wind. What can you lot alone hope to accomplish by fighting Hyzant?
Well, ideally we wouldn't. You guys would just be chill, but...
House Wolford will not sacrifice its subjects for some narrow vision of the future. If history judges us poorly for having done so, then so be it.
Yeah, we're not just gonna let you use our people as slaves, come on.
Our consciences shall be cleaner for having fought to the death alongside our Rosellan brethren.
Your pride and ideals cannot shield you from your fate. Kill them all!